Whoops.
Should've known that it was obvious. Should've read between the lines. Caught the eyes of the audience.
Alright, so today, like I said, we have 350s. That was the first one. I don't know what the time was, to be honest. It sucked. Get 12 minutes rest. And 2 more. So, goal is to not puke a lot. 350 suck.
What part of the decathlon is that?
Every day we had another fight. I was far too blind to realize that our love had got out of control. Should've known I was better off alone.
I don't know if you can tell that sucked. That was horrible. 350s. I still am gonna peak.
Now I see when it's out in the light.
The water is so warm here. Literally, this is like comfortable, warm water. I mean, it's chlorine, but it's comfortable. So for today, we're probably gonna do a Q&A with me and Michelle, like I said. So hopefully we'll answer some questions. The water here in Phoenix is beautiful. The 350s this morning sucked. Got a little circuit in with Michelle. Got a little workout in. That was fun. A little kettlebell circuit with some core mixed in. So we killed it. It was a good time. Water is dummy warm.
Really? Oh, super hot.
Okay, as promised, Michelle Atherley, Miss I Do It All on Instagram. We asked you guys, 1 via Instagram, 2 via the video yesterday, whether or to ask us questions or try and direct some at Michelle, because you guys don't get to hear from her side ever. So we're gonna go through the questions on Instagram first, then we'll go to the comments from yesterday, and over that. Anyways, Michelle Atherley, indoor national champion in the pentathlon. Alright, so who's one of your biggest inspirations?
In general, in life?
Life, track, whatever?
That's a great question.
I would say probably Ashton was probably my biggest inspiration to get into track and field. Well, to get into track and field, and then also like do the decathlon, because he went to my high school. And then one of my favorite,
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and then one of my favorite athletes ever is Muhammad Ali, and so I listen to all of his stuff as like motivation. People want to know your answer though.
What is my inspiration?
You can say anything. You can say your mom, Serena Williams.
Oh, I love Serena Williams. She's great.
Okay, you can't just go.
No, but I really do love her. She's People say I look like Serena Williams all the time. I get that. Like,
So the fact you're not like 6'3".
I guess it's maybe just my face. If you cut off my head and put me on my body.
Fucking massive human.
She is a beast.
She's a stud.
Okay,
next one's even tougher by the same person. Got hurdles. What is the thing that motivates you to keep working?
Oh, I just like to be good. I always like to be better. That's probably what keeps me going, is that I'm never as good as I can be or the best at everything. That's the best part of multis, right?
So you're just motivated to be better.
Yeah.
Well, what motivates you to like be motivated to be better? I think is what I'm wondering. Like, you just motivated by the success?
No, I like improving. Like when I see myself, or I like learning, I guess. That's what motivates me. It's like at practice, even if I do better at practice and not so much the competition or the meets. I also think track is fun. So that's like...
Just motivated by...
Yeah, I just like doing it. So that's what really motivates me probably on a daily basis.
I would say that I'm probably motivated by trying to be better, same as Michelle, as far as like individual events, part of the multi, you get lots of opportunities to be better. But as far as like motivated to keep working, oddly enough, like I've done it for so long, so has Michelle, that it's more of like an addiction than like necessarily motivation to keep working. It's like if I don't do it during the day, or if like I don't like induce physical pain, which sounds weird, but like if I don't have like a hard workout that week, or like I don't like push myself to a certain limit, then I just like I literally can't sleep at night. Like I won't fall asleep. I'll just stay up, like have a ton of energy, and like want to go do something, or I'll even get like angry, like have withdrawals. Like,
oh my god, that's definitely not me. You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're like...
But like I'll actually be like
athlete.
legitimately like upset or grumpy if I don't have like a hard workout or don't like endure some sort of like
torture.
weird physical exertion. Yeah, exactly. If you could only do one of the events in the decathlon or the heptathlon, which one would it be?
Ugh.
Javelin?
That's a terrible question, because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one reason why I don't just do one event. Because that would suck. That's boring. Ugh. But if I had to do one, I'd probably choose the hurdles, because it's so technical. Like there's so many things that you have to be good at one time.
But you're also very good at it.
Yeah.
Let the people know what your time
So-
is. What's your PB? 12:97
12:97. Not even close.
at Texas Relays. Or in Austin.
That was at Nationals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forgot Nationals were in Texas. Legal win though. If I could choose one event to do, it'd probably be one of the jumps, just because they're more fun than anything else. Or like if you're legitimately like professional, like the 100. Like, it's just so easy. Go run for 10 seconds.
That's the most frustrating thing, is that you train so much to just run for 10 seconds.
But you get more money.
I know.
And you can do it way more times. But
Definitely more popular.
my favorite event would be like jab to do. So like, I wouldn't mind just being a javelin thrower. Give an example of when, or what time, at what time did you have to triumph through adversity on the track? Any lessons learned?
I mean, I think almost every athlete has gone through injuries, so that's probably one of the toughest things, because you kind of get pushed down to nothing. You have to rebuild yourself and your body, and mentally kind of push through rehab and all of that stuff. So that's definitely one of the harder things that I've been through. And then I just learned that to be patient, because if you try to push yourself before you're ready, it's not going to work. And to trust the people around you, because they technically have a plan, almost they should, and they know what they're doing. So
Like
that's
trust your
what I
coaches and
learned.
stuff?
Yeah, like the coaches, the physical trainers, therapists, things like that.
I only had like one injury and it only lasted like 3 weeks. So it wasn't like super deteriorating. It actually kind of messed up my 2017 season. But then at USA's in 2017 in Sacramento, hyperextended my knee in a long jump and partially strained my MCL. and didn't get to compete, and then had to sit out that year, and then sat out the next year.
That's like a large injury.
But I didn't get like surgery or anything, or like treatment. And so then it was like randomly. So like lesson learned would be to like take your time to assess your situations necessarily, because I took like a year off basically, and part of it was because of the injury, part of it was because I didn't know if I was going to continue to train after college, part of it was like I didn't have a place to train after college because my coach had just left. I was still in Eugene. I like moved around houses, so I was literally just like kind of in limbo, and then somebody randomly hit me up, was like, hey, can you do this decathlon? I was like, yeah, sure. And then here we are. What's your favorite sauce?
Well, I love me some hot sauce.
But specifically.
Oh.
Specifically.
Actually, probably my favorite sauce that I like to just throw things in is jerk sauce. That's one good fire. Really any...
Jerk sauce.
Yeah.
No specific brand?
No. No, because typically I remix it though. Like I'll look for jerk sauces everywhere and then add my own stuff to it typically. But I don't know if there's like a brand that stands out so far. Best jerk sauce I grabbed on a shelf in Jamaica.
Like, it makes sense.
So that's that.
It's like, oh, I just grabbed it from the place where it's from.
I make jerk sauce everywhere.
Anyways, I would say hot sauce as well, but probably unpopular opinion, I like Tapatio over Cholula. I also like Tabasco on pretty much everything because it adds like a vinegary-esque taste as well as like the heat. But I always just go for the hottest hot sauce that I can find and just go with that one. Because you just mix it into other stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're throwing it in a burrito, so you're not really gonna like taste as much of it. Or like you're throwing it in like a chili, so you're not gonna taste as much of it. So hot sauce, or like Sweet Baby Ray's. You can't go wrong with Sweet Baby Ray's.
Thanks.
How do you get the financial support and income to maintain being a professional athlete? She still is in university, so she's still on scholarship at the University of Miami.
If anyone wants to pay me in a year, I'll be here.
Sponsors are open. She's a national champion. Also, you guys could pay me because I don't make money being a professional athlete. So if you're an actual professional track athlete, you make money from meets. So that's why people travel all over the world. They go run in Switzerland, they go run in Europe, they go run in like the Asian countries, China, Japan, and then some meets in the US, but not usually, or like Diamond League meets or big, like they break records, they do that kind of thing. So you go run in those meets and then you get prize money from those meets that then pays for your travel and all that stuff. So most professional track athletes just go do that. They have like little side jobs where they'll like post. I mean, a lot of people are like, if they're professional athletes, are like very large social media influencers, and so they can also get money from posts like that. Like I get a little bit of money from YouTube, as you guys know, and then for me it's like coaching, so I get money from coaching at Brophy and Xavier, and then like the stuff that I like necessarily can't cover, I have like pretty great family support. So that's that. Feeling towards World Champs being in Oregon in 2022. I'm a big fan.
Really?
All right. What are your goals for the next 6 months?
To survive. Yeah, but the next 6 months, it's kind of been kind of crazy with training and stuff, especially in Miami and being part of a university. That's like the main source of where I get my equipment from. I have my spikes there, everything pretty much. So with that being closed down, it's been pretty hard. So for the next 6 months, I want to try to see how it's going to play out and if I'll have access to those things. Mostly just staying in shape, not really getting better. I don't really have much to do with technique. Don't really have access to things that will help me in that manner. But yeah, just staying fit, and then once we hopefully get back to it in the fall, just working on technique and seeing if I can just jump back into where we were a couple months ago, because that was pretty great. It's doing pretty well.
Next 6 months. just trying to stay as healthy as possible, trying to have as much fun as possible, get in the best shape as possible. So like my teammates right now, Dave, Freddie, Jarrett, Jonathan, they all technically have meets at the end of the year now because they reinstated some of the Diamond League meets. So they're training for something, so I'm basically just training alongside with them. I know that there's a couple of multis that have been mentioned, but I probably won't end up competing in a lot of, or really any. Might just try and do my own thing here in Phoenix. But basically it's just like train like it would be a normal year, and then what happens, happens. But mostly it's just to have fun and probably find a job in the next 6 months. Best editing tips from Savannah. Best editing tips would be to watch YouTube videos of people that are very good at editing. It's like Daniel Schiffer is very good at editing. There's a couple other random guys. I can't think of their names right now. But like Google, it's like if you see somebody do something that's really cool on Instagram, or like see somebody do something that's really cool editing wise, Google that. Like Google, like literally just type it into Google, and then I'm sure there's like tutorials on how to do it, and then just kind of teach yourself. And then I use Final Cut, but you can learn how to use any software. Final Cut's expensive. iMovie is cheap, but you can't get what you pay for. I use Final Cut because it's simple, it's easy. I have a Mac, and it works really well that way. Premiere Pro is very confusing, so I try not to use it as much. From my coach, what events do you think you would have set a new PB in this year, if any?
Definitely all of them. Because it's been, I mean, it doesn't really happen that often, but I really think that I would have set a PB. And all of them, I just did one indoor meet right before outdoor season, and it was a really, really good start. So I think by the time I would have gotten to NCAA outdoor championships, it would have been a really good meet to look forward to, and I would have found myself PBing in every event from there, especially for my outdoor, since I haven't competed as much outdoor as I did indoor.
Michelle's PBing in everything.
Let's go.
I would actually say these things. Like, I would like to think that I could have a personal best in every event, and I would think that pretty much every athlete would say that. But more specifically, the multis, because it's so much just about maturing. Like, she's getting older, she's learning more about the events. Her like body's adapting to like the actual physical whatever of the heptathlon. Like, it's not like super easy. And then the same thing, like you get older, you get more mature, you get better at certain events, you get better at learning where to score points, where to like put in your effort, so then you actually like, your grand total is going to go up, but also you're just getting stronger in general. So I would say pretty much every event. Okay, question. I'm training for a 10K by running outdoors on trails and high school track. I rotate about 5 different pairs of running shoes depending on the distance and the surface. I have just about everything dialed in except for the track. Would you recommend training with spikes when on the track? I think that it varies. I think that half the time you're going to be running just distance stuff to get used to being like the monotonous, like running around in circles, because if you just run on trails for 10K, then you're going to get used to like things passing you, and your mind's going to shut off when you're on the track, and it's not going to be any sort of fun. But then also like there's a time and a place for like spikes. Like you're only going to do overspeed stuff, or like faster stuff, closing stuff, 400s, 800s. And spikes when you're trying to run really fast, or when you can't necessarily handle the turn in flats and it's not going to be beneficial to the actual times you're trying to hit. So that's when I would say to run in spikes. But obviously I'm not your coach. I'm just a coach. I don't know. Any input?
I mean, I don't really know if they have ran spikes before, or if this is their first 10K.
True.
If they're just training, I would say if you've been training all of that in flats for a while, maybe try it on some spikes. I know when I put on some spikes, it's a little bit different approach to the workout, a little bit different mentality. And if you just want to feel it out to see how you would, maybe a race pace, small portion of what you're about to run, something like that, just to feel the feeling of running in spikes. But you're running a very long distance, so it just really depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Do people think that you look like Trey Hardy? I don't know why they would ever confuse you for Trey Hardy, but
I mean, I think I look like Trey Hardy. It's cool.
I don't know if I look like Trey Hardy. Nobody's ever told me that. You guys could answer the question for yourselves in the comments below. Maybe somebody say yes, maybe somebody say no, and then just upvote whichever one thinks I look like Trey Hardy. What are your goals for this next season, like medals or PBs? I've been watching. Thank you for watching all the videos, Nathan. Anyways, my goals would be to obviously qualify for the trials initially, and then like give my best effort to qualify for the Olympics. PBs would be overall total, and then in every event. Primarily, like my main goal would be to PB and like obviously run sub 14 in hurdles, which would be good because I train with these guys every day. And then probably I really want to run faster than the 15, which sucks because it's my least favorite event. But like if I were to just run fast, like have a normal decathlon and then just run even like remotely close to my personal best, I would have already scored over 82 or like over 81.
Oh.
Just based on the 1500. Like I lose like almost 200 points in the 15.
Sucks. Knowing that, because that event really sucks.
Yeah.
Goals are definitely to win ACC championships and NCAA outdoor championships. D1, I guess, for my university. That would be pretty lit because that would be a great stepping stone going into the trials. And then the ultimate goal is to place and go to the Olympics. I mean, if that's not your goal, I guess you're just running for fun. But but yeah, so that's the ultimate goal, just like my fellow deck over here.
Have you ever done the triple jump? I've messed around with it in practice. It's really, really hard on your body if you don't do it appropriately.
Yes.
And I don't know what distance I've jumped. I bet I could jump 50 feet. I don't think that would be too hard, but you never know.
Yeah, I did triple jump in high school. Loved triple jump. It was great. I wish it was in the HEP, but it's not because everybody's kneecaps would be broken. But I actually, I jumped like 39. I think I did it like 4 times or something. But it's pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot better than long jump. It took me a while to get into long jump. But yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Okay, so Dave was just out here. He called us out because he comments on the Instagram thing and said, do your best British accent. I don't have a British accent, but Michelle does.
Wow, that's crazy because I think I have a British accent, but it's not that good.
And Dave's British accent impersonation, he just has to talk.
That was not great. That was not good.
Wow, yeah.
Need some work. How about you, Mitch?
Mitch.
Good day, mate. Got some shrimps on the barbie.
Nick Andrews is watching, that was for you.
He went all the way, what? Different country, that's good.
Outside of the world.
Which decathlon event are you best at, and which would you want to compete in? We kind of answered that question earlier. Thanks, Nathan. For Michelle, what is her favorite event to work on? Another way to put it, what event provides the most rewarding feeling when improving? That's a good question, Gunnar.
That's a great question because...
Let's hear.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I like improving all of them because... Okay, I'm gonna go with... Oh man. Can I pick 3?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I love improving in the hurdles because I feel like it's my best event. So the little things make the biggest difference because I've kind of passed the mediocre, like the big improvements. So now I'm looking at the little improvements, and improving in those times is really cool because it's like really the smallest thing can make the biggest difference in how fast you run. And then my worst event, javelin. You know, it just when you just have a breakthrough, it's like, wow, this is great. I'm also really annoyed that it took me this long, but that's still the greatest. So that's that.
And that's the end of it. That was the last question. Well, that's all the questions that you guys asked. Took twice as long, so there's 2 people answering. But yeah, this is Michelle Atherley. You guys can follow her on Instagram. I will link that down below. I expect her to get at least a follower out of it.
No pressure.
One of you guys has to follow her. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Kind of hectic times here in Phoenix. The weather's not great.
It's fantastic.
It's super hot.
Super hot.
The pool's nice and warm though, so the pool's been nice, as you guys saw earlier in this video. And then, yeah, we've just been chilling. Drove to California again, did that whole thing, and then got back, had 350s. That sucked. And then we've just been training, putting in a little work, chilling out, maxing. I had some stuff this morning, so I apologize for this video not being up on the usual time. It is considerably later, I understand that. But maybe this will be the time we start posting videos. Maybe it pops off. Probably not because of the time, but probably because Michelle was in it. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of it. So remember, be nice to people, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, slow down, don't dance that fast. We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Toodles. Good job. Spike.
Like.